Welcome back, Global War 1939. This is a brand new game, and we're still facing Naruto. So we're going to take on the same roles as last game. He has a couple of different ideas that he wants to try with the allies. And same thing with us. We have a new approach, or trying to come up with a new approach with the Axis going into Russia. I don't mind the way we've been doing it the last X amount of games. But we're going to try to see if we can figure out a new way, a more efficient way of going after the Soviets, so we can destroy or take over a bunch of their territory all at once, instead of, just marching to Moscow and then trying to take over the other two cities and the surrounding lands. After the fact, we're going to just try to do it all at once and see if we can be more efficient, which saves us time, future turns to go after other objectives. So that's what we're going to try. And then, of course, the Allies are going to try to stop us. They're going to implement their own plan, and we're going to try to stop them. So it should be pretty interesting. Now, before we get into the actual turn, this is Germany's turn one. They do have a double impulse, so basically they'll attack, non-combat moves, lay down a purchase, and then attack and non-combat moves again. So this really allows us to really secure pretty much all of Europe, and then we can focus on Soviet Union, keeping the Allies at bay, and just go from there. So for our opening purchase, we do have $52 to spend. We're going to go back to our more traditional purchase this game. So we're going to get 2 tank destroyers and 4 medium tanks. They're all 6 each. And then for our remaining income, we're going to get mech, airborne, and 2 artillery, spending all 52. So nothing really surprising with that purchase. It's all pretty standard from previous games. This is pretty much our go-to purchase. Now for our actual turn, let's take a look here. Impulse 1. So, first thing, we are going to be declaring war on a number of countries. So Poland, we're declaring war on them. Now, immediately, as soon as Germany declares war on Poland, then Britain and France declares war on us. So that's immediately. We're also going to declare war on Yugoslavia, Holland, Denmark, and Norway. And then another goal, we're going to align Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, and Finland. And we're going to do all that this turn. And then once France falls, then we'll worry about their empire, their navy, and we'll figure out what goes where. Same thing with Norway. Once we take out Norway, then their navy gets rolled for, and they may or may not change alliances or be removed from the game. Okay, so first things first, we're going to declare C-Zone Battle of 23. And I've already talked to my opponent, and he is not scrambling. So basically, we're taking in every sub that is available. So that's the 4 from here, 2 which are just coastal, 1 from here, and here. And they're all going in a swarm. We're also bringing in both of our bombers. All right, so both of our bombers are going in as well. And the bombers are the reason why he's not scrambling. The subs on their own can certainly take out that navy, but if he scrambled and I just had the subs, it could cause problems. If you remember from the last game, we actually had to retreat because we lost a battle because we never had the bombers. But now we will. So because our bomber is going in here, we have to change up our Holland and Reims battle slightly. So in Reims, we are going in with 2 infantry, and they're coming from Western Germany. 3 mechs, so Western Germany, this territory, and Berlin. So that's the 3 mechs. Veteran fighter is coming in, and then we're going to bring in a tank from Stettin. So that's all the Oslo, or not Oslo, Holland. So that's the first battle. The second battle will be in Reims. So now we have to go quite heavy into Reims because of this fort. This fort causes a lot of problems, actually, and I don't like it. Not to mention that they have a good, healthy number of infantry that we have to chew through. So we're going with 7 infantry. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 7. Is it 7 or is it 6? 7 it is. 7 infantry. 3 cavalry. 2 light tanks. The tanks and cavalry are coming from Berlin. Another medium tank from Stettin. What else do we have here? 2 veteran fighters and 3 tacticals. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and then the 2 fighters from Bavaria and Western Germany. All right, so that's for Reims. Next battle will be Oslo and West Poland. All right, so with the Oslo battle, how we're going to set that up, because there is Navy that we do need to get rid of. Luckily, it's 2 destroyers. Bringing in the sub from 16. There's already sub in 17. 2 more subs from 18. The 2 destroyers, the cruiser, the battleship, they're all going in. And then we're going to keep the coastals behind. And then the transport is going to grab the guy in Western Germany and an artillery from Stettin. They're going to get dropped off into Oslo. We're also going to bring both of our paratroopers via air transports. And we'll use the coastal subs in the second impulse. For the air transports, basically both the airborne are in Berlin. One air transport's in Germany, the other one's in Berlin. So the one in Western Germany will go 1, has movement of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and land back in here. And then the one in Berlin will just easily get up to Oslo and then back to Western Germany as well. So that's how we're doing that. Now for the naval conflict, we have to distinguish what is fighting what. He doesn't have any fighters, so there's no scrambles. We don't have to worry about that. Naturally, all the subs will be attacking the destroyers, the 2 cruisers, and the battleship as well. The cruiser will bombard Oslo. So the cruiser is not involved in the naval conflict, but everything else is. So that's how we're going to distinguish that. Now for Western Germany. I'm getting all my territories mixed up today. Now for Poland. Poland again has a good number of infantry. What are we going in with that? 5 infantry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An artillery. 4 mechs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 mechs, 2 tanks, 2 tacticals, and 2 veteran fighters. So veteran fighter, tactical, veteran fighter, tactical. So that's all going into Poland, which then will, on the next turn, attack Warsaw with that force. These guys are still in Czechoslovakia. And then all this So the trains, normally we don't even use the trains in this impulse. We'll use one. So then the remainder of the units it's a tank, infantry, mech, these two infantry, and we still got a stack of infantry in Berlin, and then we'll move all that in the non-combat phase, and then we'll start activating our allies. All right, so that is it for Impulse 1 combat. Now we got to actually do the combat. So I guess we'll just run combat in the order. So we'll do Holland first. Now I'm hoping we brought enough. We're really relying on the fighter and the tank to do all the damage for us. This might not be enough, actually, thinking about it. All right, so normally we would bring in a bomber, but we need those bombers to prevent him from scrambling, because it would be a disaster. So 5 at 2. Oh, we got 2 2s. Look at that, man. Who needs bombers? Fantastic. All right, and then our tank at 6. Got a 4, and then the fighter at 7. Got a 4. Excellent. 4 hits. All of them. Wow. Alright, so he returns. 10, 7, 5, 9. Excellent. Actually, that ran more efficiently than any other time before. That's crazy. Okay, so that is Holland done. Let's do Reims. This is going to be the scary battle. So just another recap how forts work. It's all of his infantry, up to 10 infantry per fort, gets +1. The fort gives him 2 dice. And then all my units get a -1. Except for the tanks, because I have 1 tank. I got 2 tacticals, so they get decreased by the fort, but then increased by the tactical, so they're not going to lose a value. But everything else will. Oh, I got 3 tacticals. Never mind. Okay, so all my guys get a -1 on the opening round, and his infantry get a +1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 at 1. As expected, nothing hit, so that's all miss. That's all good. Cavalry at 2. 3, 7, 8. So that all missed. Tanks at 4s. That missed. This is not looking good. Alright, so this is the tacticals, fighter, and tank at 6. Alright, so 5, 6. And 11s and 12s, so 2 hit. That's not a good showing. But this is the power of the fort. When you're attacking it, you can expect to have, crazy. Your combat value gets crazy deducted. It's mental. All right, so he returns. Got him artillery. Got a 4. Let's see. That's his fort. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you got 6 infantry. 6 infantry and his fort. Yeah, see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the fuck? Nonsense. And then the tank. 11. Alright, so the fork goes away. And he loses 2. And we lose 7. Look at that, see? That's crazy. Alright, so he gets decreased. All of our guys get increased. Wow. That's brutal. Alright, cavalry at 3. Nothing. Tanks at 5s. Nothing. And 3 tank and the fighters. Alright, so this is all at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still not enough. Still need one more. This is his return fire. 11, 11, 5, 11, 12. Fantastic. And then his tank, an 8. Fantastic. Alright, so he loses all this. And then go again. Alright, cavalry at 3. 2, 8, 12. Perfect. And then his return, a 2. So we lose a cavalry. Oh, man. Alright, so Reims is ours. Took heavy losses. Way more than what I wanted. Normally, yeah, that was pretty bad, actually. Normally, you would end up with like 2 infantry left over. Brutal. Alright, what's next? We can do Poland, I guess. Now, there's no fort here, so we don't have to worry about none of that nonsense. Okay, so we got 4 infantry, 4 mechs. So this is all at a 2. Nothing. Excellent. Excellent. Nothing hit. 3s. Nothing. Again, fantastic. Susta planes and the 2 tanks. So this is all at a 7. So we got 1, 3, 4, 7. So we got 4 hits. And they return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How did I know?
Okay, so this is for his defense. Uh, 3, 1, 3, 12, 8, 7, 5. So that's 3 hits. And then the fighter with a 6. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, so we lose 4 each. Alright, so round 2. Mechs. 1, 2, so we got 1 hit. Alright, that's good, that's good. 3s. 1, 5, so that's 2 hits. Tacticals, fighters, tanks, all at a 7. Alright, so 7, 4, 4, 7, 6. So that's everything. His return, 6, 8, 1. So we lose 1 more guy. And then the fighter, 5. So we lose 2 more mechs. And he loses all this. So the outcomes are pretty normal. I don't expect to lose any of these battles. It's just how much damage is he going to inflict on me before I can win the actual battle. So this is going to be for C-Zone 17. So we need to clear the C-Zone before we're allowed to attack Oslo, which we'll do as soon as we're done here. Now, unfortunately, he has destroyers. So all my subs, I only have 4 subs. So he can detect all 4. So they're not going to get their sneak attack. But even if I had that ability, say there was another ship there, if I use a sub to hit a destroyer, it still returns fire. No matter what. Okay, so destroyers at 4. 7-1, so we got 1 hit. And then our 4 subs at 5. 2-2, so we got everything we need. He returns. 8-10, so nothing. Great. So the C-Zone is now clear of enemy ships. So one of the destroyers was British, and the other destroyer was Denmark. Oh, let's do Oslo first. Now, the 4 is directional, it's only facing the ocean, so the airborne are not going to get affected, but the infantry artillery will, and the destroyer will as well. 2 at 2. 4-12, and then 3 at 3. 1-5-9. Perfect. Perfect. He still gets 3 dice though, which is scary. Oh, got away with it. 6-9, 6-6-10. Fantastic. All right, so we don't lose anything. That is wonderful. Out of all the battles in the first impulse, that one is the most stressful, because if he gets lands, he can potentially kill 3 units. And if he gets those hits, then you can't go up into the next territory in Narvak, which interferes with your ability to gain a $5 bonus, right? So it's pretty vital that you don't get any hits. You can get away with 1 or 2, but if he hits you 3 times, it's just brutal. All right, so he has a destroyer. He's going to detect the coastal subs, so all these subs get first strike. And we have 6. So do them first. So subs at 5. All right, so 3-1-3-1-3. Wow, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything that we need. All right, cool. Let's see if we can't kill the destroyer. Coastals at 3. 8-8. That's no good. And then bombers at 4. 3-4. Perfect. See, now if he had a scrambled, he would have lost a fighter here. So it's a good thing he didn't. All right, so that's everything we need. This doesn't return fire. The destroyer will, and this will as well. So transporter 1 got a 10. Destroyer at 4 got a 5. Perfect. All right. Wow. Flawless. That's amazing. Okay, so that's impulse 1 attacks done. We already laid down our purchase, so we're going to do our non-combat moves, and then our purchase is all going to be in Western Germany. So the train's going to come down to Austria, drop 3 guys off, because the train can hold up to 3. And then this is all going to stay here. And these three guys, they're going to walk over to Western Germany. So we'll put them there now. And the trains from Berlin is going to come to Western Germany as well. And this train is going to drop off in Austria. This guy is going to activate Hungary. These guys are going to walk down to Austria. So 3 more guys. So we have 6 guys here total. Mech comes down, move 1 space. And the tank from Stettin is also going to come down to Austria. And this is going to set up our battle for Yugoslavia. And the coastal subs, they have a movement of 2. So now that C zone's clear, we can go through it. So 1, 2 in C zone 15. That's all my moves. Now we're going to lay down our purchase. And like I said, all 10 units are going into Western Germany, which will then set us up to go into Paris, Norway, places like that. Denmark, activate Finland in the second impulse. Yeah, we're a little scarce for Poland. Yeah, some of these battles, like the Reims and the Poland battle, didn't go too well. The smaller ones did way better than what I expected, but the Poland and Reims were pretty bad, actually. All right, one more non-combat move. This guy is going to come up 1, 2 up to here, and then we need to roll for the Oslo ships. So let's do that now before we end this impulse, and we'll figure out where they go. So for the ships, we have 2 coastal battleships, a coastal sub, and a destroyer. On a roll of 1 to 2, they go German, which will end up in C zone 16, which is the closest German port. If they go or Allied, they'll end up in C zone 14, which is the Allied closest ship. On a 3-4, they get scuttled, so out of the game. 5-6 to go Allied. And this is all on a D6. So let's do the battleships first and see what they get. 2 4s. So they're both destroyed. They're out of the game. That's unfortunate. The destroyer, that's a 3. That's destroyed. And then the coastal sub, 5. So that goes Allied. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, so this is it for Impulse 1. So Impulse 1 is now over. So all of my movement gets reset, and we can declare more battles. So where we're going in Impulse 2 will be Narvak, Normandy, Paris, Warsaw, and Yugoslavia. And then we'll be attacking C Zone 14. Again, after talking with my opponent, giving him my plans, what I plan on bringing up here, he's not going to scramble that 1 fighter. And then we'll also be attacking C Zone 21. So in 21, we're going up with our cruiser from 30 and 2 subs from 23. These 2 coastal subs are too far away. They can't make it. They only got a movement of 1. But we'll bring up these 4 subs, these 2 coastal, the 4 subs from here, and then the 2 bombers. So that's all going in there. And the rest of the Navy will be non-combat. Into Normandy, we're going in with a mech from Holland, a mech from Western Germany, and an artillery. And we'll give them a veteran fighter. Into Denmark, it'll be an artillery, an infantry, and from Western Germany, and a mech from Holland. And again, we'll give them a fighter. The battle for Paris will be the 4 tanks we just built, the 2 tank destroyers we just built. Everything survived Reims, a couple cavalry, another tank, 2 light tanks, and another tank from Holland. And then a mech from Holland. That's all non-combat. And then in Warsaw, we got 2 infantry, an AA gun, a fighter to fight. Well, everything survived in the Poland battle. We'll go in. It's not really a lot. They're going to have to give them some help. So we'll bring in a couple of tacticals. Let's just bring in 2 tacticals, actually. I hate those AA guns. They drive me nuts. So this is Paris. I like to do the follow-up battles without my aircraft. Or as much as possible, anyways. Give them two tacticals into Paris. So we've still got a tactical, 3 fighters for Yugoslavia. So everything here is going into Yugoslavia. Everything but the mech. The mech is not. We'll move the mech in the non-combat phase. All right, so what we have left, we have an airborne, 2 infantry, a tactical. We'll bring a tactical down to Yugoslavia. And that is it. We got 3 fighters left. We'll bring that up into C-Zone 14 as well. Might as well use them. Oh, and all this is going up into Narvac. Oh, yes. All that will go up in the Narvac. All right. That's it for Impulse 2 battles, so let's run them. We'll do all the small battles first. So this is Narvac. So 4 at 3. 1, 6, 12, 8. And then his return fire. 11. Okay. So Narvac is ours. Let's do Denmark. So 1 at 2, 12, 2 at 3, 4, 7, and then 1 at 7. An 8. Excellent. Fantastic. 10 for defense, so nothing happened. 1 at 2, 6, 2 at 3, 4, 10, and then 1 at 7. 11. Wow. Defense 6, again, nothing happened. 1 at 2, 6, 2 at 3, 4, 6, 1 at 7, 7, finally. All right, so we got our hit. He returns with a 4, so we lose 1 guy. Not good. All right, so this could be for Normandy. Essentially, it's the exact same battle. 1 at 2, 12, 2 at 3, 3, 6, got her hit. He returns a 12. Same battle, way easier. This will be for Poland. We'll do the Paris battle last, as there's quite a bit of follow-up once Paris falls. All right, so this is Oslo. He gets a fire. 9-4. All right, so our planes are safe. So this is for the 2 mechs at 2s, both missed. Mech artillery at 3s, both miss. And then tanks tacticals at 7. 1 hit. Excellent. Fantastic. Which will be his AA gun. His return fire, both missed for the infantry. And then his fighter, 5. So we lose a mech. Alright, so round 2, our mech, nothing. 2 at 3. 1-2. Fantastic, fantastic. And then 4 at 7. 1-3. Perfect. Got everything. He returns. 5-11 for his infantry, and then his fighter got a 3. So we lose another guy. Alright. Not too bad, I guess. I would have liked to have more, but... now the factory that's there gets destroyed. So that's no good anymore. And then the units in... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The units in East Poland are now frozen. So they're only for defense now. So the once Warsaw falls, the rest of the Polish army don't really have any leadership, so they don't move, they don't attack, they don't do anything. But they will defend themselves. So we'll do Yugoslavia. I don't think I came in with enough, actually. I don't have a good feeling about this battle. But these AA guns drive me mental. Yeah. Alright, so 1 AA gun for 6. Good. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 infantry of our own. So we'll all add a 2. 1, 2, 1, 1, 12, another 2. Oh my goodness. We didn't need Air Force at all. 3 hits. So 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 12. 3 hits. Excellent. Advanced infantry. 3. That's 1 more hit. And then the tactical tank at 7. 2 more. Wow. 6 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, all but 1. All but 1. All right. So that's gone. This is 5 infantry and his artillery. So 5, 4, 12, 11, 8, 1. So we lose 2 guys. And he loses everything but 1. Alright. So tank tactical at 7. 6, 12. Perfect. And then the artillery return 11. Alright. Yugoslavia falls. Okay. Let's do C-Zone 14 next. So again, he has a destroyer, so he's going to detect our coastal subs. And then one more sea battle off the coast of North America. And then Paris. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 subs. 8 subs. So the subs are all rolling at a 5. Alright, so what have we got? So that's a miss, a miss, a miss, a miss, and a miss. 3 hits. 3 hits with the subs. So we'll denote that whatever this hit, which can't be the plane, but they won't return fire. Our coastal subs, they both miss, so that's expected. Our bombers at 4. 1 hit, so a 12, 11, 8, 3. So that's 1 hit. And then our fighters at 7. 3, 9, 11. So 1 more. Okay. All right. So, so let's absorb, kill. So that's these 3. Now he returns. So transport, nothing. His aircraft carrier, nothing. His destroyer, nothing. His tactical, 1 hit. And then battleship cruiser, 1 more hit. So 2 for 2. All right, so I'll lose both my coastals. And then he has 2 more hits. So this... has tactical. Yeah, I guess. All right, so my subs go again. Still got 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's everything. So the only thing that's going to return fire is his destroyer. 7. Okay. Think about that tactical. Because his tactical would return fire. Yeah, let's reverse that a little bit. We'll take off the cruiser. We'll give him back the tactical. The subs can't hit that. So the bombers. This way, this gives him 1 extra dice to roll against me. So it'll be a little more fair, right? Bombers at 4. So our 2 hits, 1, 1, and a 5, 11. So we got our hit. So let's see if he can't do some damage. 11. Okay, so didn't work out, but just thinking about it a little more, yeah, probably take, because if the subs hit, there's no return fire, but the subs can't hit the plane, which the plane would return fire. So just to make it a little more fair for him. All right, so this is off the coast of Nova Scotia. So subs at 5. 4-6. So we got our hit against the destroyer, and then our cruiser at 6. Got a 7. Okay, so he returns fire. So for the transports, nothing, and his destroyer, nothing. Okay, so that's gone. Subs at 5. 5-11, no return fire. And then my cruiser got a 5. That does return. Got a 1, a 4. All right, so now it's for Paris. So the tackle is increasing 2 of our tanks. All right, so he gets AA gun. Nothing. Good. All right, so mech at 2. 10. Cavalry at 3. Nothing. Light tanks at 4. 5-4. Okay, 1 hit. 4 tanks at 6. 9, 6, 5, 8. So 2 more. And then at 7, tanks, tacticals. Okay, so 11, 10, 8, 9, 5, 4. So 5 hits total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Not too bad. So he gets infantry, mech, artillery. 1, 3, 7, 10. So he's got 2. Oh, this is not good. It's not good at all. His tactical, another hit, and then his fighters, another one. Oh man, brutal, brutal. All right, so we lose 4. Oh, that's not good. He loses 5, 1, and then all this. We're losing tanks now. Oh man. Alright, so light tank at 4, 2, and then 4 at 6. 2 more, so that's everything. Tactical, a 7, and its fighters, 2s. Oh man. Brutal. We lost a medium tank. This is the first time I've lost a medium tank running this strategy. Wow. All right, so the major factory gets reduced to a medium factory. Okay, so now immediately, once Paris falls, immediately what you do, you need to roll for their territories, what's ever left over. So it'll be all of Africa, Middle East, over in Asia, and the whatever territories in Europe that you didn't attack. So they're going to get rolled for, and they're either going to align with the Allies or the Axis, and then we'll do the same thing with their Navy. We need to roll for them, and the Yugoslavian destroyer needs to be rolled for as well. So the roll results are the same. 1 to 2 Axis, 3 to 4 will get destroyed, and then 5, 6 will join the Allies. So let's do all this now. So we're going to do this batch here, and then these 4 money territories will get roll for. These 4 down here will get roll for in a batch. which are not worth anything, but they could become valuable later on. These three, Madagascar, Syria, and then the 4 over in Asia. Okay, so we don't need that. So this is going to be for Europe. So Bordeaux is the solid red, the white is Marseille, and the black is the Corsica Island. Yeah. And 1 to 3 will go Axis, 4 to 6 will go Allied. Okay, so what do we got? Bordeaux goes Axis. Corsica goes Axis, and Marseille goes Allied. That's not good. All right, kind of a mixed result. I'm happy that Bordeaux went Axis, but Marseille going Allied kind of changes the Italian turn a lot, actually. All right, so we got Rio de Janeiro, solid red. Morocco, transparent red. Northern Algeria is black. Tunisia is white. All right, so the black dice was Northern Algeria. That will go Allied. And the other 3 go Axis. Alright, so that's pretty decent, actually. The other territories, not worth anything. But they could matter later on. So this is Western Algeria's white dice, Algeria's black dice. French, West Africa, transparent red. West Africa, solid red. 3 are Axis, 1 is Allied. So Western Algeria is Allied, and the rest are Axis, which doesn't really matter. It's not really going to change anything for what we're doing. Syria is worth money, so let's do Syria. Black dice and the white, so Madagascar is the white dice. Oh man, what happened there? It rolled a 5. Alright, so Madagascar goes Allied, and Syria goes Allied. Which is actually really good for him. Cameroon, French, Equatorial Africa, and Congo. Let's roll for them. So Cameroon goes Allied. The other 2 go Axis. Again, it's not really going to matter all too well. The ones that do matter. So this is over in Asia. So Saigon is this one. And French Indochina is the black dice. So these definitely do matter. Let's see what we got. 1, 4. Oh, that's not good. All right, so just 2 more territories left. Fiji is the red one, and New Hebrides is the black dice. 1, 4. So they're mixed as well. So Fiji will go Japanese. The other one stays Allied. All right, so that's all the territories. A couple of disappointments. Marseille going Allied is not good. Changes Italy's turn. Quite a lot, actually. And Saigon, not really that big a deal, but it would have been nice to go Axis because it's worth $3. All right, so these are the ships in the Mediterranean. So let's do the sub in 45 does matter. If it goes Allied, it's going to go to 47. If it goes Axis, it's just going to stay where it is. So let's do that sub first. So same results: 1 to 2 Axis, 5 to 6 Allied. Got a 1. All right, so that stays where it is. The other sub in 38. So if it goes, Allied, it's going to go up to 37. That's their closest port. And if it goes Axis, it's going to go to 45. A 3. So that is scuttled. That's killed. So we don't have to worry about that. Now, all these ships are in 37. So same result. If it goes Allied, it'll stay where it is. And if it goes Axis, it'll go to 45. All right, so the 2 destroyers, they're both Allied. The 2 cruisers, one's killed, one's Allied. Transport, Allied as well. He's got quite a fleet. All right. This will be for a Yugoslavia destroyer. That's killed. So the Axis only gained 1 ship. In the Mediterranean. All right. So now, we both have ports in the sea zone. So no matter what the result is, they're actually not going to move because we both have ports in the same sea zone. All right. So the sub, that goes Allied. The destroyers, both killed. The battleship goes Axis. Wow, fantastic. The transport gets killed. And the cruiser, that gets killed. Okay. Interesting. All right, so we're almost done here. Just a few more things left to do. So we have our non-combat turn, which we're going to secure the rest of our holdings. Let me double check, make sure everything's done properly. All right, so we need to cover a couple territories off to guarantee our bonus. So we have an air transport with an infantry in Western Germany. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, drop him off. We forgot to leave units behind, which is our mistake. But air transport, drop him off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll just go back to where he was. An infantry in Holland will walk into Reims. So that's covered off. We have an air transport with another infantry in Western Germany. And he'll fly up and land a guy in Oslo. So now we got a guy there. And The guy that activated Hungary is going to come down and activate Romania. The mech from Austria is going to come down and activate Bulgaria. So they're now, this is all activated. That's great. The tacticals in Warsaw went to Stettin. The one that was in Yugoslavia went to Bavaria. All the other planes went back to Western Germany. Our Navy here is going to go back to 18. The two coastals in 23 is going to come down to 28. We can't move that battleship that we got. Now, this battleship is not a Bismarck battleship. So it's just a normal, regular battleship. So it doesn't have the double... it won't cancel out 2 hits. It'll only cancel out 1. So it's the French battleship. I think that is it. Yes. And the fighters that went in C-Zone 14 landed in Oslo, as they don't have enough movement to get anywhere else. All right, so income. All right, so after income's all added up, the maximum you can possibly ever get from following this strategy is $99. We ended up with 91. So we're above the benchmark that I normally said, like, if you're making $90 after turn 1, consider it a good turn. Anything below 90, it's a bad turn. So we're at 91, good enough. There's a couple of misses. Now, some of these territories like Marseille, Northern Algeria, Syria, that's all based off a die roll. There's nothing we can actually do to mitigate or increase our chances of getting those. So we lost $5 there. But we did get Paris's or France's $20. We did get 3 of our bonuses. So we're doing pretty good. So we have 91 to spend on our next turn. We picked up a sub in the Mediterranean. The Allies did pick up 4 ships of their own, so that's not good. They'll activate Greece, I have no doubt, give them 2 more ships in the Mediterranean. And then, but in the Atlantic, this is where we really did pretty well. They picked up 1 sub, but we got a battleship, so I think that was a better trade for us. And we did get rid of their navy in the Atlantic. So all the British now have are 2 subs, 3 destroyers. So that bodes well for us. Yeah, and then we still got a good, healthy sub fleet. We didn't really lose a lot there. We lost both of our coastals, so not that big a deal. And I think we activated our allies, so we're good to go there. Yeah. All right. Well, that is it for the German Impulse 2 and turn 1 in total, moving things over to the Japanese and then to the Allies. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Have yourself a great day.